Well, good afternoon, my friends. No time to waste today because we have a packed show. We're going to start by highlighting some people showing off and giving back to the community. And of course, we will continue our history series with Antigo, Wisconsin. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. Some big news to start us off. Aspirus has acquired all Ascension care sites in the Northwoods. Aspirus CEO Matt Haywood said it's part of Aspirus's commitment to creating thriving, healthy rural communities. The transfer includes Eagle River Hospital, Merrill's Good Samaritan Hospital, Howard Young Medical Center in Woodruff, Tomahawk's Sacred Heart Hospital, and St. Mary's Hospital in Rhinelander. We will have more on this story tonight at 5. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office has arrested one of its own corrections officers with a charge of solicitation of prostitution. 26-year-old Jacob Pettit of Rhinelander also faces a charge of misconduct in public office. The investigation involved Pettit having contact with females incarcerated at the Oneida County Jail. Anyone with information that could assist with the investigation should contact Detective Sergeant Kelly Mormont. Pettit is scheduled to appear in Oneida County Court tomorrow at 1:15. Governor Tony Evers will deliver his 4th State of the State address tonight, and this time it will be entirely virtual. The speech will begin at 7 p.m. tonight, and it will be carried on the website WIS-I, though you can also listen to it on public radio. Assembly Republicans are expected to respond to the State of the State address directly after Evers. Rhinelander boys swimming is on the verge of perfection for the 3rd straight season. The team travels up to Lakeland tonight. If they win the dual meet, they will be undefeated in the Great Northern Conference this year for the 3rd straight year. On Thursday, the Hodags will head down to DC Everest. That's a non-conference matchup, so just a little preview for your guys. But Everest is the top team in the Wisconsin Valley Conference, so that should be a great dual meet. But back to tonight. The meet tonight for the GNC undefeatedness will be live streamed on the Rhinelander Hodag Athletics and Activities Facebook page, and that starts at 5:25. Did you see there, Jeff? I made up undefeatedness. I think that's just a new word.
It's a new Dan
Jeff,
word.
How are you doing today?
We're doing well. All right, so for the first time in a long time, we could double this snowpack on Thursday into Friday, as we do have a shovelable snow system coming our way late Thursday into Friday. So here's the European model. Think of this as the BMW, kind of like they're really good. There's lots of money behind these numbers. Well-maintained, well-driven. And we have a widespread 3-inch snowfall coming for us late Thursday into Friday. We'll be shoveling this one. There's a couple other models that say maybe a couple inches more, a couple say a couple inches less, but overall, probably a 3 or 4 inch snowfall on its way late Thursday into Friday. For now, though, not so much. Lots of cloud cover out there currently. It's been cloudy for several days, as you know, as a jet stream is right above us right now that kind of mixes up the air just enough to create the clouds out there, along with an inversion, and it gets warmer as you go up in the atmosphere right now. But then here comes a river of moisture headed our way, and that's where our next system is right now. It's just coming on shore. We're getting a chance to kind of sample its atmosphere, and it looks a little stronger than it did yesterday. So with that going on, we have upped the snow mounts just a bit. So here it comes on shore tonight. It'll move to our north on Thursday and Friday, and that behind it will kick in a northwest wind that could give us a little bit of lake effect snow on Saturday. Now, with it going to our north, it'll most likely not tap into a lot of moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico, but it's going to have an ample supply of moisture from the Pacific Ocean, and that's going to move our direction for really late Thursday into Friday. So then we have some lake effect snow, so finally some cold air in place over Lake Superior. It's going to lift the air just enough on Saturday morning to get some light lake effect snow out of this, and it's been a while. But by the way, the Great Lakes are wide open right now, 2.7% ice covered. That's well behind the averages, and you can see here where the ice is, mostly on Green Bay, although there is a little bit right there off the coast of Duluth right now. But all in all, Lake Superior is wide open. Lake effect machine could kick in for us late Friday into Saturday and bring us some more snow. All right, today though, so this glisten in the trees are going to fall apart tomorrow with high temperatures tomorrow back up middle, even upper 30s are in the forecast tomorrow. It's not where we're at right now though. It's 29 in Rhinelander with a southwest breeze at 7 and a dew point there of 23. Over in Wausau, 30 for you, a southwest breeze at 8 and a feel like temperature there at 22 with that southwest breeze. And we're all kind of hanging out upper 20s, low 30s, although there are a few mid-30s across central Wisconsin now. We have warmer temperatures, though, on the way. Your forecast tonight, though, is cloudy, some dense fog late, low temperatures down near 21. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long.
Zoe is back, and she's a pure joy. Certified fresh and like nothing else on TV.
Oh! I was never here.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, new tonight on NBC.
I'll tell you what I know. Your mother's story.
Why didn't she try to find me? What stopped her?
I had a child. I don't know where he is.
This Is Us, tonight on NBC.
Do you feel like your prescriptions are too expensive?
I know I do.
Then it's time to take 10 seconds and check the Single Care price.
That's right. With Single Care, you can save up to 80% right at the register.
That's my line. They want me to say that at the end.
Why?
Because I'm the guy.
And I get that.
Then don't say it.
Don't say what? With Single Care, you can save up to 80% on your meds?
You said it again, and you left out right at the register.
Well, isn't that part obvious?
Doesn't matter. You're still not the guy.
Well, I'm a guy.
Cut. Let's try it again.
Try what again?
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
A family-owned company that's built our business on customer service and standing behind the products we sell. You'll find Wolfcraft, Lang, Franklin, and more. Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We've got mattresses too. Get a 15-year, non-prorated, hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night. And we have adjustable beds.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I've got an answer for you, Jeff. A future guest host of Jeopardy.
Who is Aaron Rodgers?
You are exactly right. Ding, ding, ding. Aaron Rodgers will guest host Jeopardy at some point in the near future. He's going to be one of many fill-in hosts that they rotate through. But here's some footage actually from him competing maybe a couple years ago on Jeopardy. He ended up winning and did an awesome job on there. So what do you think of him being a guest host?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's going to be great to watch that. And also, by the way, Ken Jennings did a fantastic job hosting in Alex Trebek's absence, of course, yesterday, first show since he has not hosted in, 3 decades, I believe? He did a great job.
Oh, he's hosted before?
No. Alex Trebek has hosted for 3 decades, and this is the first time this show has been hosted with, out Alex.
Yeah, and he had a very touching tribute at the beginning as well. It was nicely done.
Good show.
All right, let's stay with the Packers here, but come a little closer to home. See what the Rhinelander Area Chamber of Commerce decorated the Hodag with. Look at that. So the Packers are playing the Rams, I think, on Saturday, early Saturday. So, yeah, they're just getting ready for the big game.
I remember when the Hodag had a mask on earlier, and then it kind of changes.
I kind of like what they do with that.
I do too.
All right, so staying in the Northwoods, I want to highlight 2 kind of nonprofit endeavors or donation endeavors. I'm thinking of a specific phrase. Anyway, these groups donated. We'll start with Parsons of Eagle River. They donated $10,000 to the Salvation Army of Viles County. So very appreciative of them. Nice. And then a 8th grade class in Rhinelander donated $100 to the Oneida County Humane Society. So thanks to both of you.
And I think I saw the Salvation Army, didn't they meet their goals for bell ringing this year?
They did,
Which I believe it's been several years in a row now across the Northwoods that we've met those goals. So once again, Northwoods showing how much we give back.
And that was done despite about 1/3 of the ringers being here.
Yeah, they were very short-staffed this year, right? So yes, how great is that? I know when you and I did it, I mean, people were given 20, 30, 40 bucks in there, which, for me, I was like, oh gosh, that's a lot. But I mean, it goes a long way.
Yeah, people are generous, surprisingly so. I want to bring up one last thing that I heard yesterday, and I feel like we should give more weight to it. So I heard news about the vaccination, and it seems like we will be getting the vaccination in Wisconsin, us regular folks, in late spring, early summer, so like that June 1st area. So this is the first kind of prediction I've seen. So this is good news.
So this comes from where? Do you remember?
This comes from the DHS. The
Okay, so there's people, there's actually agencies behind this now that have put together a time frame for normal folks. And, you know, I told you, I think a week ago, I was at my dentist's office, and they had gotten a call from the health department saying, how many employees do you have? So we know behind the scenes it's working. The vaccinations are working their way through the population. However, most of us aren't in that class, right, where we're just kind of waiting, well, when is it available for us? So this is the first kind of sign.
I think that's helpful just for me to have something to look forward to, you know, some point in the near future, even if they're off by a little bit. It's nice to have like a date, at least a guesstimate.
Yes, and there, you know, let's admit it, that we're still, you know, I think the goal was to have 20 million doses out by the first of the year, and of course that has not happened.
Not happened, but hopefully we're doing better in the future. But we're gonna go back to the past. We're gonna go to Anago's past, learn about the beginning of Anago, and pay attention, Jeff, because there will be a quiz.
Oh, quiz.
Featherstone, unmistakably Featherstone, far from ordinary, right at home. You have dreams, make them reality. Featherstone, unmistakably, unmistakably, unmistakably Featherstone.
My name is Sheldon. I'm from Wausau. I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with a deteriorating spine. And finally, I couldn't hardly function no more. So I'm sitting and watching TV and I see Dr. Justin Sherrick come on there. I got right in the car and drove right down to his office. I started treatment that very same day. And that brings us here today. I'm totally pain-free. Can't thank the doctor enough.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Pretty Litter, the world's smartest kitty litter. It's odorless, guaranteed. Color-changing crystals help monitor kitty's health. One bag, one cat, 1 month. Delivered direct to your door. PrettyLitter.com. Get started today. Pretty cool.
This is Pretty Litter, the world's smartest cat litter. Its ultralight, super absorbent formula traps odors, and its crystals change colors to help you monitor your cat's health. Plus, Pretty Litter offers free delivery. Order today at PrettyLitter.com.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I am now joined by Joe Hermelin from the Langlade County Historical Society. Joe, how are you doing today?
Oh, very well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. We're going to be talking about Antigo today, the county seat of Langlade County, and a very interesting beginning story to the city of Antigo. So I'm just going to give you the reins from here.
All right. Well, the city of Antigo really got its start basically from one family, Francis de la Glease and his family, and they're generally considered to be the founders of Antigo. Francis de la Glease came to Wisconsin in 1848 with his family. They left Switzerland and came to Wisconsin. He was only a boy of 12 at the time. He grew up in the Appleton area where he met his wife and married. And at the start of the Civil War, he enlisted and went to fight in the Civil War. He trained in Madison, I should say, at Camp Randall, and then went off to fight. He fought in some significant battles, including Gettysburg, where he was severely wounded, and that was the end of his war experiences. But the museum has many of his letters that he sent home. Some of them are in French, and they've been translated, and we've put them online. They really make interesting reading about his battlefield experiences. At any rate, after the war, he returned to Appleton and he trained as a surveyor, and he became a timber cruiser. That he traveled the Northwoods looking for places that had potential for the growing lumber industry. He thought that the area around what would eventually become Antigo showed some promise. So together with some family members and friends, he built a cabin in the area and brought his family here. This was in 1878. And the cabin, by the way, has been preserved, and it's now been moved to the grounds of what was once the library and now serves as the museum. We have a photograph of it being put on rollers in 1914 and moved down the street to the grounds where it now sits. At any rate, Francis de la Gleise, once he had his family settled in his cabin, he purchased a large amount of land, some with his Civil War pension and some with his wife's money, and he got into the real estate business. He platted much of Antigo and promoted the area in booklets, brochures, magazine articles, and he recruited people to come here to this area. He originally named the area Springbrook, which was the name of the little stream that ran by here. And so it was called Springbrook at first, but it was later renamed Antigo. And that came from the Ojibwe phrase. The Ojibwe were here long before Francis de la Gleise or any white man or white settlers ever came to this area. And they called this area, I hope my pronunciation is correct, Nequi Antigo Seabay, which means where the stream passes through the evergreens. And so they took the middle word of that phrase, that Ojibwe phrase, Antigo, and named the town that. So Francis de la Gleise and his family, they're really the first family that settled in this area. And he was much more important than that because he really promoted the area. And when Langlade County was formed in 1881, he was instrumental in getting Antigo named the county seat. And that itself is an interesting story, but for another time. And also when the railroad was expanding, it had come as far north as around Shawano County, or it hadn't really come this far north. This was the Milwaukee, Lakeshore, and Western Railroad, and they were looking to expand northward. And he convinced them that they should choose a route that went through his property around Antigo. And once the railroad came here, then the city really took off in growth, because now it could serve, people could come in, ship goods out. And so this was a major development in the growth of Antigo when the railroad came. An interesting sidelight is that de la Gleise was a big teetotaler. So when the first train came into Antigo Depot, it was celebrated with this grand festive celebration, which included only lemonade and sandwiches. There were no alcoholic beverages. But the Milwaukee Lakeshore and Western Railroad was eventually taken over by the Chicago Northwestern, and they made Antigo its railroad hub for the Ashland Division. So this means that this was a major railroad hub. This is where they brought their engines for repairs. This is where the track crew all lived and were sent out for much of northern Wisconsin. And so this really made the city. And it's estimated that in the 1940s, about 40% of the working population of Antigo had some connection to the railroad. This was really important in the city's growth. Then with the advent of diesel engines replacing steam engines, which began in the 1950s, then Antigo's importance as a railroad hub began to decline. So now the railroad no longer exists. The depot building is the only one left of about 10 city blocks worth of buildings related to the railroad. And that building, the depot, has now been repurposed to residential and commercial building. But people still talk about the railroad, and they still really reminisce about the importance of the railroad in days gone by. Now Antigo is kind of the center of an agricultural area. There, the Antigo Flats, it's called, where the city sits, is located on a flat area that was a glacial outwash soil. That the Ice Age came to just north of where the town is and then retreated, leaving a lake which eventually dried up and left a very rich soil. In fact, Antigo Silt Loam is called the official state soil of Wisconsin. So we have that claim to fame as having the state soil named after the town.
Well, Mr. Hermelin, we could go on, but we were out of time, so thank you for joining us on Up North at 4.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
$9.95 at my age?
$9.95. No way.
$9.95? That's impossible.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, a manager here at Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company, to tell you it is possible. If you're age 50 to 85, you can get life insurance with options starting at just $9.95 a month.
Okay, Jonathan, I'm listening. Tell me more.
Just $9.95 a month for Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance plan. There are no health questions to answer, and there are no medical exams to take. Your acceptance is guaranteed. You can't be turned down because of your health, even if you have health problems or take medication.
Guaranteed acceptance? I like guarantees. Keep going.
And with this plan, your rate is locked in for your lifetime, so it will never go up. Perfect if you're on a fixed budget.
Sounds good to me, but at my age, I need the security of knowing it won't get canceled as I get older.
This is lifetime coverage as long as you pay your premiums. It can never be canceled. So you get lifetime security. And for extra peace of mind, you also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So don't wait. Call now for free information. You'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction about your final wishes to your loved ones. And it's yours free. It's our way of saying thank you just for calling. So call now.
Don't wait. Operators are standing by. Call now for free information and your free gift. Call 1-800-574-0465. That's 1-800-574-0465. Take the first step and lock in your lifetime rate for just $9.95 a month. Call 1-800-574-0465. That's 1-800-574-0465. Call now.
Are you worried about going away to college this fall? What if you could get the same college experience closer to home? From the moment you step onto our campus to begin your bachelor's degree, we'll be there for you, supporting your dreams and saving you money. With NTC's new liberal arts transfer degree, you can start here and go anywhere, including a guaranteed transfer to UW-Madison. North Central Technical College. We're ready when you are.
All right, Jeff, I saw you texting during that, so we're going to put your knowledge to the test, see if you were paying attention. Our first question here is, who is the founder of Antigo?
Francis Delagliese.
Okay, there you go.
One
for one. Dan. Yes, Francis Delagliese, founder of Antigo. All right, let's go to question number 2. What did Delagliese originally name the community? So
Springbrook.
Wow, very good, Jeff. Okay, yes, that was only mentioned once, so very nice job. Yes, it was originally called Springbrook, but Delagliese changed it. Why did he change it? Where did the name Antigo come from?
Wasn't it like an Ojibwe name first?
That is exactly right. So the Ojibwe tribe, they had a name for the region. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but it meant where the stream runs past the evergreens. Cool. Antigo was the middle word in that 3-word phrase. So nice job, Jeff. 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
We'll be right back. We'll talk about weather.
Update the flooring in your home with help from Menards. Tarket's Invitation Laminate Flooring is easy to install and has a beautiful wood grain texture. On sale for 89 cents a square foot. Plus, get free underlayment after rebate. For a softer, warmer flooring option, Lutex Mills Beacon Slate Plush Carpet will bring a cozy feel to your home. $119 a square foot. Plus, get free carpet pad after rebate. Now, during Menards Project Day sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can take you to deep depressive lows, or give you unusually high energy even when depressed. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. High cholesterol and weight gain, high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Movement dysfunction, sleepiness, and stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell risk if they're taken by someone they weren't prescribed for, or harm if accidentally taken by a child or a pet. Safely dispose of opioids before they can hurt your family. Find a drug take-back option such as medicine drop-off boxes. If there isn't one available, check the FDA's flush list. If your medicine isn't on the flush list, you can dispose of it in the trash. Get information to keep your family safe.
Jeff, let's take a look at what you called the BMW of future snowcasts.
European model. Here it comes right there.
Still some uncertainty, but this is a pretty good
around 3 inches of snow for us late Thursday into Friday. I have not said that for a while. This model does very good at handling snow events, by the way. So we'll see. We'll be shoveling something on Thursday into Friday before we kind of cool off for the weekend.
Okay, we'll have more from Jeff at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.